Hi guys, and we're here for episode 4 of the Legends experiment we're doing here on the current superstars. What would normally have on the game if the Legends weren't in here, and we'll crack straight on to the competitions and we'll go into the leagues and see. Yeah, it's about the same. Spain dropping out, Germany coming in. I don't think we've had any cup competitions since the last one. Oh, we have. And Scotland have won the European Cup. Bit of a turn of events there. We'll have a little flip through the awards, see who got best player and stuff. I see Golden Boot. Have a look at the Dream Team as well. Obviously, it's all the legends really. I can't see anywhere there who's one of the reset players. Obviously, we'll have a quick poke around the Premier League, see what's going on. See if the challenge of Liverpool United. Obviously, last episode, Liverpool had won the title back to back. So let's have a look, see what's going on. We'll recap obviously our last season. Liverpool did it there by 100 points. Moving on swiftly to the next season, obviously the one we're interested in the next news we haven't seen yet. And United actually walk it this season with 95 points. Liverpool actually dropping down after back-to-back wins in the Premier League. Man City obviously still not challenging there for the title. Obviously I don't think they will with the legends in the game at the moment. Crack on to next season. United back-to-back trophies, tied with Arsenal, just by one goal, a goal difference, won the title. Liverpool just behind on 3 points. Obviously, it was quite a tight title race there for the. You have a quick look at the awards for the last couple of years. See, Georgie Best still maintaining his Football of the Year Golden Glove. Schmeichel getting it last year. Ray Clements getting it again. He's got it twice now. Manager of the Year, obviously Ferguson getting it back to back. It has been pretty much Paisley and Fergie since we've started this experiment. Player of the Year, Stanley Matthews, Zola. Top goal scorer, obviously Terry Henry's got it the last 2 years. Zlatan's obviously dropped off maybe a little bit. He might have moved on from Stoke for all we know. Have a look who got runner up last season. I know he was there last season. Only got 20 though. Best young player, Steve McManaman. Get his team of the year because this could be getting it starts like, getting interesting now. Not really any of the reset players breaking in just yet. Obviously, we saw Zlatan in the previous episode. We'll have a look at Scotland, see if Rangers managed to knock Celtic off the top of Scottish football yet. Since they haven't been able to do it quite just yet, have they? We were in the previous episode. Celtic are still reigning, and by the look of that, they're still reigning. And as we see, Celtic ran away with it again there. Rangers really dropping off on the points there, and Celtic seem unbeatable in the Scottish division. I was hoping Rangers would come up and make it a bit more interesting for the title race, but obviously not. Celtic still challenging up there, still dominating it really. It's a bit disappointing really. We'll pop to the Champions League quickly before we get to the shortlist and obviously see who's winning there. Inter Milan obviously won the year just gone. And AC Milan, obviously Italian clubs make it big. Obviously we know it's the two German clubs. Obviously why German league has boomed in reputability. Right, so guys, we'll get onto the shortlist. What the series is really about, checking out the reset players and where they've gone and stuff. We'll skip right to the top of the list. We'll just work our way down like usual. So as we notice here, David Villarreal seems moved. He's not moved far really, just to another club in Spain. But yeah, he moved on a free transfer as well. He's been getting the goals. He's been getting in the first team quite a lot now. Obviously, these guys are going to be getting into their early 20s now, so we should be expecting a lot more first team football from them. Maybe with quite a bit more movement. Lucas Leverett, I think he's moved to another club in Brazil. Givardi's actually wanted, someone's got a bidding for him now. If we go to Stoke or Sporting for quite a low transfer really. He's been knocking around there since we started the experiment really. He's not really broken into the first team, had a little loan spell, didn't play very much. He's not broken into the Real Madrid first team, not surprising though. Falco is still knocking around in Brazil. Obviously, he's looking really, really tasty now at 23. He's just been consistently getting the goals there. Very surprised he's not been snapped up by a European club yet. Sam Mileto, obviously, still knocking around Mallorca and Ivanovic. Surprising they've not moved on to bigger, better things. See, many really good, interesting. Obviously, you know, it's Talos Teveri. He was paranoid in the last episode. He was obviously he's on a pre-contract with them. We'll see if he's getting. Not really great. He's getting in the first team last season. Not brilliant though. I was really hoping he would start kicking on a bit and get his career going in Europe. So we haven't really seen much movement. Zeko's moved to PSV now. I think he was at Saint Etienne last time we looked at him. Yeah, they snapped him up. He played for the reserves last season though. Got a few goals for them. Hopefully he might get into the first team this season. Diego Milto last time we looked at him, he was at Arsenal, I believe. So he joined Stoke, 8.5 million. You know, didn't even play for Arsenal really. We'll have a quick look at his abilities. He's looking good. Stephen Flanagan now at Man City rather than Tottenham in like he was in the last episode. So did he go for a fee? Yeah, Tottenham made quite a big loss on him really. He played some games. He weren't brilliant. He looks like he's played well for United when the City, sorry, when they've played him. We looked at the last episode of Kagawa. They're still at the clubs they've moved to. Lewandowski is actually leaving Dortmund now. He's going to Cologne. So you know, some guys are looking quite interesting. Obviously, we want to get down to Lionel Messi, who obviously in the last episode was moving to Barcelona. And we'll see if he's actually got his game time at Arsenal. Everyone he's got him in the Premier League if they've been playing him. And Mascherano, who's still at Monaco there. Daniel Sturridge, he's still at Man City. He's probably getting the first team quite a bit, I imagine, there. Danny Welbeck going to QPR. QPR, we'll have a little look at the QPR squad after we look at Danny Welbeck and see. There's a couple of these guys now. It's only for 12 million this season. Never made an appearance for Man United. Obviously signed for Rangers as a backup player or something. Did quite well for them. A quick little blip at the QPR squad. I mean, there'll be a lot of regens in the game now because we are in 2021. They've got Phil Jones, obviously one of the reset players, Sterling who started there, Welbeck. So they're starting to build up on players. Ronaldo, he's still actually at Sporting Lisbon. Have a look how he's getting on there. You know, as you can imagine with Ronaldo, his stats are just flying up. He's been playing a bit part. Like he's starting to get into the team a lot more, and obviously he's getting the performances. Hopefully, this next episode, he'll be really breaking in there and being the Ronaldo that we know. Obviously, Sporting have kept hold of him. He's been unsettled. He was unsettled in the last episode as well. Ashley Young making a move to West Ham. Then he's gone to Tottenham now, so he's come into English football. He spent a lot of his career at Man United. You know, verdict was out on Nani's career. Or, you know, he did quite good for him some seasons. He was a bit sporadic with his performances. He's only just signed for Tottenham, so he never, he got into the first team at PSV a few times, not really being spectacular there, but it is Nani. Joe Mantinho, guy I used to love signing on 2010. Bragging the Portuguese leagues on that one was always quite good. You know, big part role in the first season, maybe gonna push on in the second season when they've got Vidal, maybe still Ramsey. If they're still there, obviously we haven't made it that far down the list yet. Looks like Januzaj, he's at Benfica. Obviously in the game, I've noticed they've snapped up a few of the young prospects. Pepe, he's left Liverpool now, and he's actually on loan from Arsenal. Have a little look at him. How much did he go? Did he go on free transfer? A few of these guys have been. No, Arsenal actually signed him from Liverpool for 15 million and still haven't actually played him. So some of these teams are actually spending quite a bit of money on these guys and not playing them at all, and then letting them go on free transfers. Well, have a little look at Berbatov, see if he's kept up his goal scoring performance in the Premier League. Yeah, he's not sort of hit the heights that he did in the Championship, but he's getting quite consistent. Obviously, he's 23 now. Would expect him to start cracking on really, and here he is. We wanted to have a look at him. He's been weighing on my mind since the last episode of how well he's been doing, and obviously he's in the first team as we can see. We'll look at his career stats here, and he's doing all right for them. He's not doing he's not got the statistics that Lionel Messi normally has. But then he's at Arsenal rather than Barca. He's in the Premier League, but he's doing good. He's still got lots of time to progress. 23. And with those stats, he's going to put some great performances over the next few seasons, I'd imagine. But Solano available on a free transfer now. Obviously, he's not had the best of careers with Tottenham in the Premier League. Vidic, I can't imagine he's becoming a regular now at Chelsea. Have a look at his yeah, he's performing consistently. Obviously, I'd imagine him and John Terry at the back. See, they've got Skirt as well, another solid defender who's been in the Premier League for a very long time. Epi Rossi now at PSV. See, United brought him in real life, and he left there, and he's had he dotted around a bit in his career. Perlo, who's in in the last episode, was actually Roma were interested in. He's actually obviously moved there, and he's starting to become the Perlo that we all recognise and get his physical attributes up. Well, look at his career, yeah, he's getting the game time there at Roma. Not as much as he was in France, but he will probably start making more and more appearances as he gets older. Rossi still at Napoli after his move. Well, look at Higuain now. Yeah, see if he's picked up. He was getting the goals, but he weren't getting as many as we thought. They dropped down to the Championship. He's starting to pick up now. Obviously, Higuain, he's getting a bit older, starting to get a bit more consistent, get a few more goals, get that 20 goal a year striker. Aguero, we noticed he's moved to Inter. He's left Brazil. He's been there a couple of seasons. So he only played 5 appearances in his first season, but we'd imagine he's going to start playing a lot more. He's still not getting to the full stats that he normally has on the game, but again he's 23. His mental attributes will slowly but surely go up as the game goes on. Melman Matic is now at Celtic. Obviously he's reset back in Serbia, and he spent quite a bit of time at different clubs. He'd been on loan to Celtic before, had a good loan spell with them. Obviously, he'd gone back to his club, got brought up by another club in that league, and then Celtic have snapped him up. Got a low transfer fee. He's been quite consistent over his career so far. Macon still at Benfica. Danny Alves, I think we missed him last episode. He was at AC Milan on the last episode after recapping on one of the videos. Been there a while now. Still rotation. He's not really performed as well as he did at Seville. It's a different standard of league. Suarez, I'm surprised he's not been snapped up really. He's dropped off a bit with his goal scoring. Still getting a good rating though. His assists. Maybe they're playing him in a slightly different role. So you can see they're playing on the right in midfield now. That's where I'd obviously play Suarez with that goal scoring potential. Quadrado, he was at Porto, I think, last time, or Sporting last time. Obviously, he's been snapped up. He's been Italy, where he's made a name for himself. Obviously, at Fiorentina in real life, and now coming to Chelsea. Um, oh, Matthew Debussy, obviously Newcastle fans, they will know him, and Arsenal fans. A, a decent right back. He's off moved 20 million, but he's not really done that well. He was doing well in the French leagues. He stepped it up a little bit, moving to Juventus, a big club in Italy. Frank Ribery still at Marseille. Carmen Benzema is actually available on a free transfer now. His mental attributes aren't looking amazing, really. See, this is what the experiment's about. Carmen Benzema is one of the top strikers in Europe in real life and obviously on the game normally. You know, he's not really developing mentally as you'd expect. And obviously that's because he's not ever really played first team football across his career. And obviously this is what the experience about to see what happens to these players. He's not got the first team football, and obviously he's not even, he's not really developing that well. Maybe if he moves to a club and start, not even that big a clubs after him really. So obviously that's quite interesting. This is what the experience about. Stuckman at West Ham. West Ham seem to have a little contingency of these reset players. We'll pop into the West Ham team after we have a look at his stats. He's only just signed for him. Again, he never really got into that Arsenal team. He probably will get into the team a lot more at West Ham. We'll have a quick little look. How many they've got now? See, Glenn Johnson. I think Flamini had reset. Yeah, he had reset. We haven't got him on the shortlist though. We'll quickly add him. Michael Carrick. Again, sorry, is another one I'd actually forgot about. He starts his career at West Ham. So he's obviously worked his way up through the ranks. He's been first team regular most of his career now. Obviously, Hercule was a legend player that snapped him up. Ashley Young now, Van Persie. We'll get on to Van Persie as we get down the list. We won't look at his stats just yet. It's not far off, I don't think. No, Ancelotti snapping up Nigel de Jong. Daniel Blunn's change of leniencies in France, as we noticed. He went to Saint Etienne, now Monaco, and then on to Nantes. So there we saw with Van Persie that the West Ham squad. We'll have a look at his goal scoring record in the league over the last few seasons. He's been average. He's not been the Van Persie that we all know. He's got the stats to do it, but obviously he might not be getting the supply, or you never know. Obviously, some of the guys in the Bayern Munich team here are actually getting quite annoyed at not getting first team football, but these guys are going to be finding it really difficult to break into that Munich squad. Have a look where Kroos is going on. He's going to Leverkusen on a free transfer. Obviously, we noticed Bad Stupa here. He moved to Dortmund. He's unsettled there. What a little garbage we go. For 18.75, if he didn't break into that first team, made one appearance. No, that was for the second team. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong section. Oh, the German guys. Now, this is a guy we looked at, I think, in episode 2, and we noticed he was developing quite nicely. I mean, obviously, he's on a free contract now. He was at Benfica, and he's been there quite a while. He never really got into the first team, unfortunately. As we noticed with Benzema, the careers can stagnate and they just don't develop as much as they really could. Except I'm not lucky if he picked up at Newcastle. No, he's still not picked up that much. He's still dwindling a little. He's not really, in real life, he's still young in real life. He's probably older on here now than he's in real life, actually. But, it's interesting to see how they go. Christian Eriksen, another player we set. I think he was at Athletic on the last episode. Now at Man United, probably not even getting the first team, as we can imagine. Got a few appearances for Athletic. We'll have a little look at how Vidal's been getting on. So obviously we noticed he's been missing consistency in the league since signing, and he hasn't failed to meet my expectations of him in the game. And again, he's another player who's been snapped up by a club and he's been played a lot. He's developed really well. And Lovren is turning. He's leaving for Atletico from France. So we noticed he moved in the last episode. So he's been getting in the team. Bit of a rotation player. He's been playing well from there. David Alba is wanted now. Look, QPR after him, so he's poking around the English clubs. They've been relegated. Again, he's not really getting them great ratings. He's sort of been a bit average over his time. Maybe, by the look of it, he hasn't got the pace that he normally has. It's really, his pace is really normally his pace and stuff's really good, and he's obviously without that Munich youth system. He's not developed. He still looks like a good left back, but he's not really the left back that we know from the game without the Legends pack. Pajnicki's now at Aston Villa. Have a little look, see how 1.7 million from Arsenal. Didn't even play a game. He still hasn't played for United. He was doing quite well. So hopefully he might play for Villa. He's in the first team by the look of things now. Zlatan, obviously. We'll have a quick little look at Zlatan. We followed him since the start, really, because he moved to Stoke quite early. So he's been one of the players who's been popping up quite a lot. And obviously he's still keeping up that consistency in the league. Quite hasn't made it for the top goal scorer. He's got that twice in his career so far at Stoke. We're getting actually to the bottom of the list. So it's not been too much moving. Liechtenstein's been a bit of a nomad so far. He's been moving around quite a lot around Europe. He started at Grasshoppers, where he started his career in real life, and obviously then he went on to Inter on this alternative, whereas he popped around Italy for a while. He's gone to France, and now he's come to the Premier League. He's making 2 appearances last season for Liverpool. But yeah, we'll see how he gets on. He looks like he's unsettled and he's available for loan. And obviously, Angel Di Maria, we looked at in the last episode, he moved to Man City. And he's really not getting in that much. He's been playing a bit of a backup role last season. And yeah, so that concludes today's episode. Obviously, it's getting quite interesting in the movements on how some of them are and some of them aren't developing as well as they should be. It's a couple more episodes, and hopefully some of these guys are going to be breaking into the international teams, and I'm getting into them overall ratings. Maybe at the next World Cup we'll see some of these guys getting into the top goal scorers, maybe Zlatan or Berbatov or someone. You never know. It is Football Manager, and I'll see you next episode.